As the Taliban take Afghanistan, we wonder what sort of effect this is going to have on the world. We've seen for 20 years with stability in the Middle East, and we've seen a situation where the stock markets have done well during that period. Thousands of British soldiers and American soldiers have lost their lives supporting Afghanistan. And now all of a sudden, Trump gave concessions and Biden went through with it and said he was going to withdraw troops. That, of course, was enough to encourage the Taliban to march forward and to take the country. We've seen children and women raped. We've seen awful scenes, and the stock market looks at it and, of course, wonders what's going to happen. And the world wonders what this means for stability in the region, but also globally. Could it affect global markets? Well, initially, it probably won't, but it could do in the medium term. Let me explain. We're seeing a situation where many will leave for Uzbekistan and also for Pakistan. Pakistan perhaps will be the main location for people leaving Afghanistan. And of course, Pakistan has got issues of its own. It's got massive debts. And we've seen a world where America has issued trillions of dollars. And we've seen 7 trillion nearly issued by the US to stimulate their economy. Okay, so just imagine you've got a world which uses the dollar, and you've got America which issues $7 trillion. Where did they spend the $7 trillion? Well, they spent the money in America. So if you're holding a dollar in an emerging market, the dollar that you're holding is actually worth less. Why is it worth less? Because there's more dollars in the world and they've been spent in the US. So the worry is, does the emerging markets start to have problems? We've seen COVID cause all sorts of problems around the world. And of course, it could cause further problems from an economic point of view. And if we see instability come around, then of course that could ultimately, if an emerging market country, a large one, was to collapse, of course it would affect the stock market. Okay, hit subscribe, hit like on the video. I'll put out information on a regular basis, keep you up to date with what's going on in the markets, so you know and you can react in time. I'd always suggest talk to a financial advisor. Okay, but just imagine a world where you've got the US with something like 25 trillion of debt, massive debt. Okay, and the dollar says on it, "In God we trust." Is it any wonder that people are choosing to use things like Bitcoin? Okay, there are signs of instability in the world. There's signs that the world needs to take stock right now. What are we doing from a military point of view? What is the US doing? Okay, have they done the right thing? There's going to be massive repercussions. Have they done the right thing? And what are the stock markets going to do? And how does it affect you? Hit subscribe, hit like on the video. I promise I'll keep you up to date.